Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're tackling what is easily the defining question of our era, artificial intelligence. Is it a massive opportunity, or are we looking at a major challenge? We're going to break down the source material today to make the pros and cons of AI incredibly easy to understand. We really want to figure out whether this huge technological leap is going to help or completely hinder the next generation. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this with a really grounding quote from our source. It says, "The key question is not whether AI is good or bad, but how we choose to use it." We really have to stop looking at AI as some sci-fi villain, or, on the flip side, some magical savior. It's just a tool. Think of it like a hammer. You can use a hammer to build a house, or you can use it to break a window. The actual impact of artificial intelligence, well, that's entirely dependent on our choices.
Here's our quick roadmap for today's Explainer. First, we'll weigh the broad opportunity against the challenge. Then we'll map out the big AI benefits, followed by uncovering the hidden job market risks. After that, we'll look at rethinking modern education, tackle the unseen costs involving bias and the environment, and finally, wrap up with how we partner with the future. It'll be balanced, clear, and super easy to follow.
So, Part 1. Opportunity or major challenge. Setting the stage for the next generation.
Moving right along to Part 2, the big AI benefits, supercharging education and the workplace.
Let's start by looking at the bright side, specifically in the classroom. AI acts as an absolutely incredible super tutor for students. It can explain really difficult, complex concepts patiently and clearly. Plus, it gives instant feedback. Let's be honest, waiting a whole week in suspense for a teacher to grade a quiz, that's practically a form of mild torture, right? And crucially, AI provides personalized learning support. If you're struggling with a specific concept, it just adapts to your unique learning pace. It makes the whole educational process so much more efficient and tailored exactly to you.
Now, if we step out of the classroom and into the workplace, AI is doing the heavy, boring lifting. It automates all those mind-numbing repetitive tasks and can instantly analyze massive amounts of data that would literally take a human days, if not weeks, to properly process. This leads to a huge boost in overall productivity. We're already seeing companies use it to rapidly write routine reports, analyze intricate customer behavior, and even support advanced software development.
But why does all that workplace automation actually matter to us? Well, when AI handles the busy work, employees get to spend way more time on creative and strategic work. That is the ultimate goal in the AI benefit column. It's about freeing up your human mental energy for higher-level, creative thinking, rather than just getting entirely bogged down in formatting spreadsheets all day.
Which brings us to Part 3, the hidden job market risks, the threat to entry-level experience.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it highlights where things get incredibly complicated. You see, the greatest workplace benefit of AI, automating those repetitive tasks, is simultaneously its most dangerous consequence for younger people entering the workforce. Because, well, it eliminates entry-level jobs. The exact tasks AI is best at, simple data entry, basic research, drafting standard emails, those are the exact tasks that traditionally make up junior roles.
Let me walk you through this domino effect, because it is absolutely vital to grasp. Step 1. AI masters simple repetitive tasks. Step 2. Because the AI is doing that basic work, companies naturally decide to hire fewer junior employees to save money. And that leads right into Step 3, which is the real crisis here. Young professionals lose out on gaining practical experience. The traditional career ladder is actively being broken right at the bottom rung. After all, how do you become a seasoned senior manager if you never get the chance to be a junior assistant and learn the ropes?
That naturally leads us to Part 4, rethinking modern education, shifting the focus beyond basic facts. Because that career ladder is shifting so dramatically, our universities and schools have to adapt, and they need to do it immediately. Think about it. Since an AI chatbot can instantly recall facts in a matter of seconds, rote memorization is officially outdated. Instead, education really has to double down on these new focus areas: critical thinking, complex problem solving, deep communication, and boundless creativity. Look, these aren't just corporate buzzwords anymore. These are essential, uniquely human survival skills in an AI-driven economy.
So, the crucial point is this entirely new concept that we all need to master: AI literacy. This means understanding both the strengths and the limitations of AI. It's definitely not enough to just know how to type a quick prompt into a chat box. You actually need to know exactly when it's safe to trust the AI's output, and, more importantly, exactly when you need to question its answers.
All right, moving to Part 5, bias, ethics, and environment, the unseen costs of AI systems.
Let's shift our focus to the broader societal and physical impact for a second.
we absolutely have to recognize that AI is not completely neutral. These systems are trained on vast amounts of data created by us, humans, which means they can, and honestly often do, reflect our very own biases and incomplete information. You can never just blindly accept AI-generated content. Human judgment remains extremely important. You always have to be the final editor.
And then, of course, there are the physical and ethical tools. Training these massive AI models uses staggering amounts of electricity and water just to keep the server farms cool. We're talking energy usage sometimes equivalent to entire small towns. It requires incredibly massive, expensive computing power. On top of all that, there's some very serious ethical questions, like are AI companies fairly using people's personal data? Are they just scraping human creative work to train their models without permission? It's a massive ongoing debate right now.
Because of all these unseen costs and this really tricky balancing act between the pros and cons, the source material makes a very strong call to action. Clear regulations are desperately needed. Governments and businesses need to step up right now to establish fair rules. We have to ensure that this technology actually benefits society as a whole rather than just increasing wealth and resource inequality.
And finally, Part 6, Partnering with the Future, the Human Element.
We've weighed the massive opportunities against the really serious challenges. So how do we resolve this tension and actually move forward successfully? Well, the answer lies in our mindset. If you view AI simply as a human replacement, you're operating from a place of fear and limitation. But if you view AI as a powerful partner, you unlock a mindset of growth and true empowerment. AI is meant to collaborate with us, to make us infinitely more productive, not to replace us completely.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why humans are still so essential. Just think about our uniquely human skills: creativity, empathy, ethical judgment, and leadership. Sure, an AI can process data at the speed of light, but it cannot authentically lead a team of people. It can mimic a sympathetic tone, but it cannot actually feel real empathy. Humans are always going to maintain the upper hand in these deeply complex emotional areas.
Which brings us to a really powerful summarizing thought. The workforce of tomorrow isn't just going to be divided by who uses AI and who doesn't. Not at all. The future belongs to those who know how to work together with AI, collaborating responsibly while continuously developing their own uniquely human skills. You have to learn how to balance the high-tech with your own humanity.
Which leaves us right here. The source material makes it abundantly clear. This AI wave is transforming education and work forever, and there's no stopping it. It is completely unavoidable. But instead of fearing it, we need to prepare for it. The change is happening, so the only question left to ask yourself is, are you ready to partner with AI?